So I just watched The Fifth Element for SourceFed, and I just gotta say, I really like this movie. I grew up watching this all the time. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was cool with the future technology and all that stuff. And I mean, when is Bruce Willis not bad? Well, never mind about that. But I mean, this movie, what a lot of people don't realize is it's got a lot of A-list actors in it. I mean, you got Bruce Willis, Mia Jovovich, Ian Holm. For those who don't know who Ian Holm is, he was Bilbo in Lord of the Rings and stuff. Well, and then Gary Oldman. That's right. And then Chris Tucker, who doesn't do anything anymore. But I mean, I just thought it's a really good movie. But going back and look at it now, it's not as good as it used to be. I mean, there are a few things that I had a few questions about. I was like, okay, why is Mia Jovovich the supreme being or whatever it is? I mean, to me, she's not like perfect. She's cool. I mean, she did ruin Resident Evil for me. But, I mean, she's alright. There's a scene I completely forgot about also that Lilu is learning all her stuff and everything. She picks up this giant piece of, this giant, like, tray of chicken, and she dumps that out, puts this little, like, pill, and puts it in this microwave, and just goes, chicken, good, and then she presses the button, and it comes out, awesome. I was just like, what? I want that. I don't like cooking. I'm lazy like that. And another thing that jumped right out at me was the kind of outdated special effects and the costumes in general. Whenever the opera singer who looks like a freaking grown-up blue cephalopod from the first Men in Black, you know, Will Smith gives birth. You know, don't worry about it. But whenever she's sitting there singing, like her head's going like that, and if you look close, well, if you're watching it in HD and everything, you can see like it's all creased and stuff like that, so you can tell it's like a blow up. It's like the whole thing was a blow up thing, and you could see like whenever she lifted her up her arm, you could see underneath the costume and stuff. So I mean, there are a few things that were just little minor, and I mean like the weird crazy, like, I don't know, Yoda's like big ugly brothers, you know, walking around. You could tell they were wearing just sunglasses over their eyes underneath the mask. It was just a few things here and there. But other than that, I liked a few of the costumes. Like Gary Oldman's costume, I mean, I thought it looked pretty awesome. Even though he didn't really need that little, like, plastic shield or whatever that he had, because it didn't do anything great against Mr. Shadow or whatever the hell his name was. But I mean, other than that, the costumes were cool. It was very futuristic. In what I guess people would have thought back then whenever it was made. There was a lot of orange and bright colors, which I don't really understand, because whenever I think of future stuff, I think of muted colors, blacks, blues. I mean, it's just tons of military people. That's what I think of. I don't think of bright people with mohawks and all that kind of crazy shit. All in all, it was a good movie. I can see where people would say that it's not good. Like, for anybody that you guys have responses from saying, oh, I didn't like this, you know, I've never really seen it before, they're not going to like it, because in this day and age, everybody likes the big Michael Bay films where in all the previews it sounds like the Jaws with a techno theme. It's like, wow, run around, you know. I mean, that's how they like the big epic stuff. This was made whenever movies were not like that. I mean, whenever I watched this movie, I immediately thought of Galaxy Quest, because that is an awesome movie. It's just something that this is how movies were made before the huge epics like that. I mean, we did have epics back then, just a few here and there, but I mean, nothing to the scale that we have them now. Everything, the scale is just crazy up. So, I mean, I can see why somebody's not going to like this film, and they're going to be like, oh, the performances are really stupid. You know, like Chris Tucker was terrible because all he did is scream. It's like, yeah, back in the day, he was freaking hilarious. That's whenever all the Rush Hour movies were popular, you know, the Friday movies. That's how people, like, that's what people liked back then. So, but all in all, I give it a 3 out of 5. But growing up, I'd give it a 5 out of 5.